morning. Good morning, class.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it.
Year 9. I'm waiting for quiet.
Right. Anyway,
I'm still waiting. Thank you, Tom. Alright, so let's get going. I'm going to start with a video. Everyone listening.
Here's a question. Do you sometimes have difficulty remembering people's names, but you're great at remembering their faces? Or maybe you're really good at moving odd-shaped furniture around corners, or packing your car full with so much stuff everyone told you it was going to be impossible. If so, you might just be a visual thinker. How about this? Try and remember an event from your past. What happens? Do you find yourself remembering something fuzzy like the significance or emotion or mood around that event? Or do you remember specific scenes and images? For some people, it turns out that images and spatial relationships seem to dominate their thinking process. Basically, they think in pictures. It's thought that upwards of 60% of people are in this category. And it's a continuum, not all or none. Some people just think this way more than others. For example, for some people, and this might be you.
Alright, so I can't show you any more of that.
Aww.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'll give you guys the link if you want to see it. Okay, we're going to get going. So, if you guys remember, do you remember what we did last week? Learning styles. Can anyone tell me what a learning style is? Tom?
It's a way...
sorry, you got to put up your hand first. Good.
It's a way you retain information.
Excellent. And the way that you process information.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so last week we covered learning styles, why they're important for us to know so we can help our students understand how they learn. They can also be referred to as intelligences. There's a man called Howard Gardner who actually catalogued about 6 of these intelligences and just recently added another 2. And he basically talks about how they process information. Alright, so in this session we're going to learn the names of each of the intelligences. We are going to have a problem-solving matchup game. Then I'm going to kind of drill you guys on what it is that we just learned, but I'm going to throw a ball to you, you throw it back to me and give me the answer. After that, we'll reverse it and you can throw the ball to me and I have to give you the answer, so it's a bit of a flipped situation. Okay, and after that, if we have time, I'll get you guys to write, what kind of intelligence you are and why you think you are that intelligence. Alright. Okay, learning about Gardner's multiple intelligences is really, really important. As teachers, it actually helps you to understand your students more, like the way they process and the way they learn, and that's crucial because the more you understand your students, the better you can teach them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is learn about each...
No problem at all.
Shh. Okay, yes, very funny. Older person can't do technology. That's very funny, very funny. Alright, so the reason we learn about Gardner's multiple intelligences is that not everyone is the same. We need to understand our students. Gardner rejects the idea of one intelligence in favor of a collection of different ways of learning and processing. And each person can have 1 or 2 or sometimes all of these intelligences to different degrees. Okay, and alright, so the next thing we're going to do is I am going to put up what I call learner characteristics, what these students like to do in class, what engages them. And when you read that, I want just a couple of seconds of thinking and then you can tell me what kind of intelligence you think it is. There are no wrong answers, just take a guess. But yeah, definitely I'm not giving you the answer and then explaining it, you're going to give me the answer. Alright, so the first one. I prefer shapes visuals, colors, representations, that are kind of based in something I can see. I prefer to draw it, see it, visualize it, mind map it. Tom.
Visual learner. Using...
Pretty close. Yeah, that's good. Visual spatial intelligence.
Yep.
Nailed it. Okay, we call that picture smart, but the actual term is spatial visual intelligence. All right, good job, Tom. Okay, and the next one is... All right, so these kind of learners like to talk about it. They like to hear the word. They like to read the word. They like to... basically any form of language will speak to these students, whether you speak it or you write it. So you can take a look at those clues and tell me which one you think it is.
Written learning?
Almost, really close. So when you speak to someone, that is what kind of communication?
Spoken.
Close, begins with a V.
Verbal.
Awesome! Yes, verbal linguistic intelligences. These kind of students prefer lectures, discussions, they prefer written work, they prefer lots of readings. That's how they communicate. Sorry, that's how they learn. So these first two intelligences are actually the most quote-unquote popular in terms of what you see in students, but they are by no means the only ones. And so our current system focuses on these two intelligences because they're easy to fit into the way that schooling works in Australia. But the fact is that there are a lot of students being left behind because so many aren't able to learn in the way that's best for them. All right, the next one is... Okay, this person likes to reason things out. They like logic. They like to problem solve. They like critical thinking. They want to conduct experiments and find the reasons why, really get into the nitty-gritty of things. No? So someone who likes to solve problems, what might they be good at? Hands up, hands up. Tom. Come on, just a little louder.
Logic?
Yes, pretty much. It's logical and mathematical intelligence. So that's number smart, but again, the term is not number smart, it's logical mathematical intelligence, but we use those particular images just to kind of get the concepts in your head. All right, so, okay, this person likes to act it out, they like to do and touch. Tom, very eager, yes.
Like physical, like movement, acting.
Yes, so that would be what kind of, it would be...
doing intelligence?
You said it before,
Feeling. No.
Physical
intelligence.
Hey, got it. So these kind of people prefer to learn by acting, touching, being able to throw a ball around, as we're actually going to do later. So that's good for you guys who are of the bodily kinesthetic intelligence type. So for example, in science, often there are lots of ways that you can illustrate natural phenomenon kind of physically, whether it's gathering of molecules or, actually, you know what, I'm not a science teacher, I'm going to humiliate myself, I'm going to stop. Yeah, that's probably your next lesson. But there's lots of ways to demonstrate natural phenomenon kind of physically. So that's often something that people who are interested in mathematical and bodily and physical intelligence will gravitate to, is to science. But this is English. No, it's not. It's not English. It's multiple intelligences theory. Okay. All right. We're on track. So the next one. This person likes to team up. They want to talk about it. They want to share. They don't like working alone. So they need to do group work, group projects. Unlike most people, when they hear the word group project, they don't go, oh. They're really interested.
Teamwork.
So hands up, hands up. Yep. Okay, no, I guess everyone comes to the class and we expect you guys to all follow the same rules. If I was a student, would put my hand up. Tom, you got to put your hand up. Excellent. Nailed it. Yes, Tom.
Team learning.
Close. So it's a hard term, but I'll give you one more go and then we'll see.
Cooperation learning.
That's basically the concept, but it's a bit of a posh term. It's called interpersonal intelligence. So that's intelligence between people. So these kind of learners with this kind of intelligence work well in groups with other people. All right, the next one is, so this person likes to be alone. They like their own space. They like self-reflective tasks, independent study. Does anyone know what kind of intelligence this would be? Yes, Tom, lots of answers today.
Lonely?
No. Yes, very nice. But no, well, these kind of people, that's actually the opposite for them. They're kind of your classic introverts. They love being alone, having their own space. Does anyone else have an idea? Yes, Tom?
Like self-motivating?
Well, yeah, they are. But I'll tell you guys what it is. It's intrapersonal intelligence. So it's again one of those more posh terms. So interpersonal is between people. Intrapersonal is, intrinsic. It's inside. So that's the way we think about it. So inter is with other people. Intra is within yourself. So these people very much rely on their own self-knowledge. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's just a few more. So what kind of intelligence may someone who likes to listen, to play... Yeah, Tom?
It's not oral, it's the other one. The hearing one. It starts with an... oral?
Close to. This is more... There's a few giveaways there, actually, on the board. It's what kind of intelligence?
Listening? Musical.
Awesome. Yes, that's correct. Musical intelligence. All right. So this kind of person needs to hear music. They like to work to music. Will often put key points into rhyming poems for them to kind of get the rhythm of it. So these people need to learn kind of on a musical rhythmic basis. All right, almost done, guys. So not content with his first 6, Gardner added a couple of more intelligences recently. So this person likes to experience nature. They like to pick up on natural knowledge. They need to see it, hear it, all that kind of thing. Does anyone know just guesses about what kind of intelligence that might be?
No.
Good. Yes, you raised your hand.
Nature.
You're nailing it.
Nature learning?
Yes, pretty much. Natural intelligence.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more the kind of people that they love to have class outside. They like to have animals in the classroom, that kind of thing. And there's one more. I'll give you bonus points if you can get this one. This person, this kind of intelligence, they always like to know why they're doing certain things. And they need to know what's the big question that's being answered by this. Big points, because even I wouldn't have guessed this first up. No? No one? Alright. Existential intelligence. I think maybe there may need to be a bit more research on that one before it makes sense. But they basically want to know the purpose behind why they do certain things. Alright, so... Oh, sorry, that is not correct. And... Alright, so our next activity is drills. Okay, so I'm going to throw this ball to you, to whoever's in the class, and they are going to tell me, I'm going to name a characteristic of, I'm going to name a multiple intelligence, and I'm going to throw it to you, and you're going to give me a small clue as to what kind of learning characteristic would be associated with that. Am I boring you?
Sorry.
That's okay. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. So I will chuck it to Tom. All right, Tom, natural intelligence.
They like to learn outside.
Yes, throw it back to me. Okay, good. Visual intelligence.
They like to learn with pictures.
All right, good, faster. Okay, existential intelligence.
They like to learn by knowing how something relates to the world around them.
Basically, yes, the purpose, yes. I'm gonna chuck it back. Okay, musical intelligence.
They like to learn by rapping.
Yep, no, that's good. I definitely couldn't rap. Alright, the next one is verbal linguistic intelligence.
They like to learn by talking things out or having people talk to them.
Yes, and the written word as well, so just any form of language. Alright, let's keep it going. And the last one, bodily intelligence.
They like to learn by acting it out.
Awesome, yes, they like to physically do it.
Yeah, to do it.
Yes, that's correct. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to reverse this. You are going to throw the ball to me and then give me a characteristic and I'll name the intelligence, okay? So you're throwing the ball to me. I'm going to hear a characteristic from you and you're going to tell me... Sorry, I'm going to tell you if that's correct. Okay? So is everyone good?
Can you repeat that again?
You're going to throw the ball to me and yell out a learning characteristic.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to see if I can really quickly give you the answer to what that is. Okay, and so is everyone clear? Tom, everyone clear?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's get going. All right, challenge me.
I like to learn by singing.
Musical intelligence.
I like to learn by drawing mind maps and putting them up on my wall at home.
Excellent. Visual spatial intelligence.
I like to learn by overthinking something.
Overthinking something.
Or thinking a lot about something.
Okay, you gotta chuck it. Existential intelligence. I'm doing alright.
I like to learn by being able to build or to be able to use my hands to construct the thing that I need to learn more about.
Excellent. That's our bodily intelligence.
Yep.
Good job. Almost missed that one. Good thing I am English teacher, not a PE teacher. Okay, one more. Make it a good one.
I like to learn by talking about it with someone and talking it out before I actually do it.
Okay. Interpersonal intelligence. Excellent. All right, you guys are doing so well. I know this is a bit fast-paced, but you're keeping up with me. A lot more quiet than last week, so that's definitely an improvement. Okay. All right. Let's move on to our last activity. So what we're basically going to do now is I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to write down what kind of intelligence or intelligences you think you are and why. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes for that. And I probably want about 100 words for each intelligence. If you have any questions, you can ask me, but just have a go at writing down, I think I am this intelligence because I like to do this.
So just 100 words?
Yes. So what are we going to do, Tom?
We're going to write 100 words on the intelligence that we think that we are.
Yes, and we're going to explain why.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No worries. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes for that, and I'll set up the rest of the PowerPoint. Okay, probably got about 1 minute left. Okay, almost done. 30 seconds. Nailed it. Good. All right. So is everyone done? Yep, everyone's good? Okay, good. All right. So we're just going to finish up now. For the existential students among you, here is the reason why ultimately everyone needs to know about multiple intelligences. Does anyone want to read out the quote on the board? Yes, Tom, go for it.
It is of the utmost importance that we recognise and nurture all of the varieties of human intelligences and all of the combinations of intelligences. We are all so different,
Yep.
largely because we all have different combinations of intelligences. If we recognise this, we will at least have a better chance of dealing appropriately with the many problems that we face in the world. Howard Gardner.
Excellent. Good job. And it's a wordy quote, but it shows how worthy it is to know how each different student will be able to approach the learning. And even this kind of thing can go into understanding your partners in future relationships, understanding your workmates in future workplaces. And, you know, it can lead you to understanding people in a way that can help you to change the world. All right, so we're going to have to finish up now. First, I wanted to say that you guys have done a really, really good job today. Definitely, the listening has just been top-notch. Not much chatter, so it's been really, really good. And, you know, this is definitely worth listening to, otherwise I wouldn't be here trying to present it to you. So homework. I'm wanting you guys to go home and talk to a family member or a friend. Just use the information and the notes you took from today and try to figure out in your little kind of mini interview what kind of intelligence they have. So I've written it pretty clearly on the board there if you want to write it down. But so basically you're just asking questions to determine what kind of intelligence they have. And our next lesson we'll be learning a lot more about, yes, Tom, yes.
Before we finish, Miss, what kind of intelligence are you?
I think that's a good question. I think that I am verbal, linguistic, and spatial visual because I always learn by taking things in, by reading them and hearing them, and I often study by seeing, so I kind of need to make lots of notes and colour them and make them really exciting, and that's how I take in information. Long answer, but good question. Alright, so next lesson we are going to learn how to actually apply this theory. So we will be learning lots of teaching strategies to actually put this into practice. Maybe one last go. Does anyone want to have, just before the bell goes, one more quick go at throwing the ball back and forth, and we can do some quick drills. You can test me again if you like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
There you go. All right, Tom.
I like to rap about stuff.
Musical intelligence. All right, I'm going to throw you under the bus. Okay, I like to do mind maps.
Spatial?
Yes, visual spatial intelligence. Okay, quick, let's keep going.
I
Fast game's a good game.
I like to act things out and understand it in a dramatic way.
Oh, that is physical bodily intelligence. All right, I like to hear something said to me, and that's how I learn.
Verbal and linguistic.
Yes, good job. Excellent.
I like to learn by being kind of like out in the sun, like in the playground rather than in a classroom.
That is natural intelligence. I like to know the big question about why or what I'm learning is worth it.
Existential.
Yes, excellent. All right, so that's what we've done today. Tom, if you want to pass me that ball back. I know it's tempting. Basically, so we've covered today just the intelligences and what they look like. So next lesson we're going to
look at how do I teach using this theory.
Yes, excellent.
And do the homework.
Yes, exactly. All right, that's all for today, and that's the bell.
All right, see you, miss.
See you next week.